Yeah, this is going to be commentary for chapter 57 of my book, Multidimensional, which you can find on Kindle or listen to for free as an audiobook, and links are in the description. So, chapter 57 is called Conspiracy. Okay, so following from the previous commentary video, previous chapter, I was arguing that there's something really weird about the fact that I'm the only one who's making any noises about this theory, about the idea that experience is fundamental. I made a video I explained it in previous video, and that this isn't normal. That this, like, the ideas that I'm arguing here, even if some of my ideas, or like some of the things that I'm extrapolating from this are wrong, which is fine. I mean, this should not be the beginning and end of all knowledge. It's just my book. The most reasonable explanation is that I'm not the only person that realized this, but the fact that no one else knows this, well, it suggests that, well, someone knows it. Maybe many people know about it, and they don't say anything. They don't tell anyone. They keep it to themselves. Now, which suggests a type of conspiracy, like someone is hiding the truth from everybody, like not someone, a group. I mean, that's the explanation. Other explanation is that, well, I don't know what it is. Again, the idea that experience is fundamental should be straightforward. It just like it is straightforward to assume that width cannot create height because it's orthogonal, because it's independent, because, again, previous video. Now, so you think, yeah, this is the conspiracy, like the conspiracy of the Illuminati, and the conspiracy of ancient knowledge, and conspiracy of breakaway civilization and aliens and blah, 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 blah. Right? Yeah. I mean, that's where a lot of people would go with ideas like this, especially when it has some kind of relationship with consciousness. Of course, I'm talking about experience, I'm separating them, but there is an experiential component to consciousness, so you can make that, like, you can go that route. But here's the problem. The problem is that the theory is not the same stuff as the kind of stuff that you'd find in stories, like conspiracies about the Illuminati or whatever. The first thing is, like, once you understand this theory, you understand, like, that we all share the same semantic context. We are all the manifestation of the same dimension of experience, and we can drift to become each other, which means basically that my experience, now let's say I am aware of the theory, but my experience can drift to someone else's body with someone else's memories who doesn't know anything about this theory. And that will be my next experiential moment. There's my experience can drift to that body any moment now. And if I'm preventing myself from, preventing, like, the world from knowing about my secret knowledge, and I'm preventing it from myself, if this theory is correct, then that's what it means. And if these people are hiding this theory from everybody, then it's correct for them as well. So they're hiding it from themselves, and of course, maybe they don't really understand everything that this theory argues, but I would say that if once you begin this road, not getting to where I end up in is, I think, is at best being sloppy. It's practically, you have to want not to see this stuff not to see it once you embrace the idea that experience is fundamental. So that doesn't seem right. And maybe they achieved some kind of superiority through that. But the thing is, let's say they understand how experience works, how experiential drift works, and they prevent the experiential drift, and therefore they can live forever in their bodies. So they want that, and they keep that only for themselves. But the problem is that if you prevent death, you prevent also an experiential movement of death. And that means that you are limiting your intelligence to only those portions where you survive. And this might sound great, but it doesn't mean anything once you understand the theory, because then you know experience never ends. And if you are preventing death, you are just making yourself dumber, because you're preventing your experience from drifting into sections of the experiential scripts, sections of the semantic context that we all share. So you're basically making yourself dumber to live forever, something like that. And they would know it. Now, you could say maybe they know all this stuff, but they don't care, because they're all like, they're all narcissistic. They say, I know everything. I know how to I know how to change the laws of nature. I have magic. I know blah 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 blah. And that's possible. That's something I call experiential fetish. It's like they know the everything they argue is fake, but they do it anyway, and they enjoy this kind of fantasy of their being superior to everybody else, even though they should know they will become everybody else the next moment with the next experiential drift or body drift or stuff from the theory. The problem with that is that means that all dysfunctional sociopaths or narcissists or Machiavellian types, which is okay. I mean, it's possible, but these people, they know all this stuff about this theory. They achieve technological feats that we can't. How can it be that such a lousy bunch of people is the same people that have all this superiority? It's like, I mean, it's possible, but it's not. It doesn't add up. The only explanation that I could find for this that makes sense that if there is a conspiracy to suppress these understandings, it's not because that's the go-to solution. They tried to tell people about this theory, and every time they did, once you give people the ability to change the laws of nature, magical powers, what we would think are magical powers, like the private blind gap, then absolute power corrupts absolutely. It just turned bad. Like, this theory is not, these ideas are not new. They're just, well, you can't trust them with people. And I mean, and it's not that the people that know about this like have any problem with the misuse, because once you understand the theory, you know that you can drift to a time before you reveal this information, and all this worrying about like what will happen with reality, that's like pre-segmented aspects, mentality. But we're still people, and when we see people suffer, we don't like that. And they're not narcissists, they're not Machiavellian types, they're actually empathic. They see the people around them suffer because of this theory, if they disseminate it, and they decided it's better to keep a lid on it and use science and use religion and use stuff that is not true but is less harmful.